Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the high-octane world of Tri6, Infinite 2. Clockwork Origins is throwing players back into the chaos with an even more dangerous trip through its neon-soaked digital highways. This sequel to the fast-moving arcade racer is available now on Xbox Series XS and PC with Play Anywhere support, doubling down on speed, reflexes, and survival. Expect relentlessly intense gameplay as procedurally generated tracks throw fresh hazards your way, and the longer you survive, the faster everything becomes. Global leaderboards are back, pushing everyone to master this endless loop. How long can you survive the loop this time?
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we are shifting gears completely and looking at the massive lineup coming to Xbox Game Pass this month. The ID at Xbox team has handpicked a bold, genre-hopping collection where nothing plays it safe. We are looking at Mouse, PI for Hire, a first-person shooter that drops you into a black-and-white, rubber-hose cartoon world where combat is fast, responsive, and filled with animated mayhem. Plus, Dosa Divas, a turn-based RPG where saving the world might depend on a perfectly cooked meal, blends exploration, cooking, and strategy in a deeply human way. These are all about big swings and unforgettable moments. We continue our deep dive into bold indie titles. Prepare for content warning, a co-op survival horror game possessed by the spirit of influencer culture, where you must film scary moments to rack up views and survive. Then we get to People of Note, a character-driven experience that channels the energy of Hi-Fi Rush into turn-based tactics, where music is integrated directly into combat and progression. Finally, we are looking at Frosty Pop, a wild arcade stock market simulator where you gamble on the life events of alien babies to make massive profits or face total financial ruin. And finally, the big news from Xbox leadership. Xbox boss Ashish Sharma has announced that a brand new startup animation, complete with new sound design, is coming to Xbox next Wednesday across Series X, Series S, and Xbox One. This refresh brings the new Xbox logo and a more subdued soundscape, marking a new era for the console. Don't miss this massive update, and stick around because we have more breaking news coming up right after this. Clockwork Origins is plunging players back into a relentless digital gauntlet with the release of Tri6, Infinite 2, the sequel to the fast-paced arcade racer that debuted on Xbox in 2023. The new title intensifies the core formula of speed, reflexes, and survival, promising an even more dangerous journey through neon-soaked digital highways. Available now on Xbox Series XS and PC with Play Anywhere support, Tri6, Infinite 2 builds directly upon the original game's addictive loop. Players will navigate futuristic vehicles on procedurally generated tracks, ensuring that every run presents fresh layouts, hidden hazards, mines, and deadly power-ups. The central mechanic remains the same: survive for as long as possible. The longer a player endures the chaos, the faster the action escalates. The game is designed around rapid failure and instant restarts, demanding pure concentration, split-second decision-making, and mastery over the unfolding mayhem. Maintaining a strong old-school arcade spirit, Tri6, Infinite 2 features bright neon visuals, minimalist design, and high-speed momentum gameplay. It targets players who crave simple yet intensely addictive score-chasing experiences. For those familiar with the original, this sequel aims to push the boundaries further. Tri6, Infinite 2 is priced at £8.39 and is available immediately on the Xbox Store for Xbox Series XS and PC with Play Anywhere support. The challenge for players is clear. How long can they survive this relentless digital loop this time? Xbox has unveiled its curated lineup for May 2026 on the Indie Select Hub, promising a month filled with bold, genre-hopping titles designed for big swings and unforgettable moments. The selection features a diverse mix, from stylized action and narrative RPGs to chaotic co-op horror and absurd stock market simulations. The featured games include Playside, a first-person shooter where players navigate a black-and-white, rubber-hose world as a private investigator, emphasizing fluid movement and creative weapon use. Outer Loop Games' Dosa Divas blends narrative RPG elements with cooking and strategy, where meal preparation directly impacts combat and relationships. For a unique horror experience, Landfall traps players in a co-op survival scenario twisted by the influence of influencer culture, where the goal is to film and upload scary moments to gain views, adding a layer of chaotic metagaming to survival. Annapurna Interactive's People of Note merges character-driven narrative with turn-based combat, where gameplay is intrinsically linked to music, with abilities and progression synchronized to musical tempo. Frosty Pop presents an unhinged arcade stock market simulator centered on trading the life cycles of alien babies, offering a fast-paced, unpredictable gamble. Finally, Icarus. Console Edition delivers intense survival action on a hostile alien world, blending deep crafting and open-world exploration with constant pressure from toxic weather and aggressive predators, making every decision a critical step in a desperate fight for survival. These selections underscore their idea at Xbox teams focus on pushing creative boundaries and delivering experiences that demand player engagement and embrace high-stakes gameplay. Xbox has officially halted development of Copilot for console, signaling a significant strategic pivot under new leadership. Following the appointment of Ashish Sharma as the new CEO of Xbox, Sharma has prioritized winning back core fans through initiatives like Game Pass price reductions and a strategic rebranding effort ahead of the next-generation console launch. This decision marks a notable reversal in Microsoft's recent, aggressive stance on integrating Copilot-driven AI features across its ecosystem. For a period, Microsoft attempted to embed Copilot into numerous platforms, including native Windows applications and Xbox consoles. However, Sharma has publicly stated her intent to scale back these ambitions. In a recent social media post, she announced that the company will begin retiring features that do not align with its future direction, specifically confirming the winding down of Copilot on mobile and the cessation of development for the console version. This strategic shift reflects a change in focus. Earlier efforts aimed to position Copilot as an interactive guide for gamers, but this proved unpopular with a segment of the console fanbase. Furthermore, the proliferation of forced Copilot features in various Windows apps led to user frustration, prompting Microsoft to initiate a de-bloat strategy for the operating system. The decision to end console Copilot development aligns with this broader effort to refine the Xbox platform and refocus resources on core gaming experiences. Industry observers suggest that the success of this turnaround hinges on the quality of upcoming game titles. Microsoft is banking on upcoming releases such as Fable, Forza Horizon 6, and Gears E-Day to resonate with the audience and drive the necessary positive shift for the Xbox platform. Xbox CEO Ashish Sharma has announced a significant visual refresh for the Xbox platform, revealing a new startup animation set to roll out to Xbox consoles next Wednesday. The update is being implemented across the Series X, Series S, and Xbox One, and it is accompanied by new sound design elements. The new animation incorporates the recently unveiled Xbox logo, marking a clear shift towards this design as the default for the platform. While primarily a recolor, the change is noted as a significant visual update, addressing feedback that the previous animation felt stale over recent years. Industry observers are interpreting this move as part of Xbox's strategy to carve out a distinct new identity and signal a fresh era for the brand. Reactions from the community have been mixed. Some users have expressed enthusiasm, praising the subtle lighting effects, the new logo integration, and the slightly more subdued sound design, viewing it as a welcome improvement and a sign of the CEO's efforts to revamp the brand. However, other perspectives remain critical. Some fans have missed the intensity of previous sound effects, preferring a more punchy auditory experience. There are also discussions regarding the potential for offering multiple startup options to cater to different user preferences, such as retaining older boot screens. Furthermore, some comments suggest that the focus should remain squarely on the quality of first-party games and Project Helix rather than purely cosmetic changes. Overall, the announcement signals an active effort by Xbox to evolve its user experience, balancing nostalgia with a forward-looking aesthetic. The rollout is now underway, and the community is actively discussing whether this visual and auditory update successfully marks a new era for the console.